Hey there, welcome back to Tennille Talks. So in this reading, let me say this. I mentioned previously that there were some sacred texts that I had been introduced to. And so one of the sacred texts in which the information that will come through in this reading comes from involves the Pleiadians. And so I think I will use Linktree to share sacred texts. I'm saying that now, so look for it when this video posts. All right, so here we go. You and your mission are protected, all right? You are a member of the family of light. And all of us, if you have been watching the skies are revealing to you that you are standing on earth at a time where supernatural and cosmic events are happening that haven't happened in cycles or thousands of years, right? You're seeing something that you never will see again in your lifetime, but even those that are a part of your lineage, even the generations after you, won't see it in their lifetime. So why was it important for your eyes to see certain things? Why is it important that your life exists on this earth below the skies that are happening above? Why did you have to be here beneath these skies at this time? Do you understand? And so the cosmic events that you see unfolding, the news, the eclipses, just think about even just humanity and the events that are unfolding in our own species. Put all of that together. Why now? Why you? Why are you here? You are here because you are a member of the family of light. You have been seeded here, planted here. The Most High needed you to grow a life here. Your lifetime needed to exist here in this time right now because this moment is essential. It is in this moment when events can be altered. Something can be shifted. And your life is a part of that shift. The way your life unfolds, your mission, your energy, your light, your passion, your love, your creativity, your talent, all of that creates what is needed to alter something in the time that we are living in. And it's because of where you come from. Sorry for my alarm. And it is because of where you come from that your life matters most. You are a family you are from the Creator, Source, the Most High, right? And so you are about to go through a new beginning where every aspect of your life is going to be influenced from spirit by spirit. Sometimes there will be surprises or unexpected events that are connected to your mission and why you are here at this time. Listen, you're home and you're finding your teammates that have been scattered across the earth. Harmonious relationships, spiritual contentment, shared values, stability, unity, and blessings is what it means to exist here at this time, right? And so think about what it meant to be a divine being up until this point, right? And so divinity, the fact that you possessed it meant that you were going to be a subordinate. This was not going to be a realm in which you could flex your muscle or move around freely, right? You will be bound, you will be chained, you will be convicted, persecuted, you will be sanctioned to suffering. That has been the truth of this realm for divine beings, right? But the shift has triggered a protection for all of us that are a part of the family of light to do our mission. And so now we are talking about harmony and balance. There's a connectivity where we can come together, right? And so we are being protected from deceit so that we can do our work. We are being protected from situations that no longer serve us so that we can do our work. There are times when, in order to do our work, we must lay low, right? There are times when it's not okay to speak the truth. It's not the right moment to say that thing. There have been times where I have tried to record a reading, a specific reading, that really didn't show any signs of significance to me personally, but the words wouldn't move. I couldn't get them out. I'll put that reading down, I'll pick up another, and it flows, right? And so even as a truth speaker or a seer, everything you see shouldn't be said unless it is time. But in this moment, say that shit. If you see it, you say it, because the protection is real. And so you have a backup that has been engaged, right? Your entire security system has been enhanced, right? One of the reasons why is because unity is happening between all of us that are a part of this family. And so these families that we were born into, these were the false families that we were just bound to because we are living as humans on earth. But our cosmic family, our soul family, our spiritual family that represents the Most High and the source and the creation that lives in us, this is what is connecting us. We are finding and discovering one another. You, your mission, our mission, the protection is on. Your human body is the most valuable thing you will ever encounter. It is the most valuable thing you will ever own. Recognize this if you recognize that you are a member of the family of light. Protect that thing. Without that body, you can't do the mission. The health and the wellness and the strength of that body is what determines your ability to pursue and to successfully master the mission. Fate matters in this moment. The steps you take matter. Action is what's needed in order to reach your destination. There's no waiting around. Literally, moving in any direction is a win because it just gets you unstuck. It gets the energy flowing, right? Maybe you can't go and take a walk for 6 miles down the road or on the treadmill, but you can walk around the room. You know, there are ways to get energy unstuck, and it doesn't have to be anything grand. It is a compilation of many little steps. But I want you to know that everything that is happening now actually turned out exactly as it should be. Incidents are not accidents. Sometimes you must expect the unexpected, but you have to remember that fate has always been a factor. This shift in many ways is unexpected. Maybe this was the quiet before the storm, but this is kind of like the union of opposites. This is the soul recognizing the vessel. This is the soul being like, hey, body, you're pretty fly, you're dope. I get to drive you for the next 90 years. And in driving you, we need to go to these locations. We need to accomplish these missions. And body is like, soul, I got you. What do you need? And soul's like, okay, I need ample amount of water. I need a significant amount of rest. I need relationships that don't pull on your energy. I need relationships that make you smile and not cry, right? And so your soul gives your body pretty much a list of a prescription list or a checklist or a list of ingredients in which when the two come together, you can make the perfect meal, right? This is what happens. This is the blending of opposites. This is the quiet before the storm. You are restricted or restrained from doing this. Right? This is being on earth. Essentially, divine beings have been in some form of slavery, right? And those handcuffs are not always physical. Sometimes they're mental, emotional, psychological. The way in which the handcuffs manifest, they look different, right? But your ancestors have deemed you as competent, trustworthy, reliable. They consider you to be a good worker and a good manager, the one they've been waiting for. You have an eternal connection that links you to the ancestors. And just because somebody experiences death, it does not mean that they no longer can connect or communicate or bear weight or have impact on the current affairs in what is your life, right? There is no space that can separate you from anybody that has walked in your lineage at any time. And so your ancestors choose you because they feel that if they inform your behavior on a daily and continuous basis, it is you. It is you and no one else in your lineage. When I'm talking about ancestors, I'm talking about your light ancestors. It is you in the environment that you are in that can know, honor, and defend the family of light. You are connected to them eternally, no matter where you are or what you're doing. Now, there are outside forces or unknown figures that are attempting to drive this situation because you have been restricted and restrained, right? And listen, even when we are handcuffed or not allowed to move in our mission or, that too is authorized by God. But now that this protection is activated, engaged, your movement is now authorized, right? And so this means that those outside forces that successfully could control and dominate the way in which your life moved, their worst fears are coming true. This is a fucking nightmare. For them, this is suffering and persecution, right? This is almost like you just turning around and putting the handcuffs on them. And so this cycle took a while to shift, but you're okay. You're okay. And there were many times where you were able to take the steps, but you couldn't control the outcome. Well, that is the shift. That is the shift. Imagine that for a period of time, just like Earth lost her sovereignty to dark forces, right? Another force or another ruler came in and claimed Earth's ownership. This is what happens to us in our life. There are energies and illusions and situations that claim us for seasons or decades that God allows, God ordains, right? Because it contributes to us becoming competent, trustworthy, reliable, and good workers. It gives us the skills we need to connect and link to the eternal connection that connects us back to the family of light that seated us here now. And so the sovereignty that you lost in your own life mimics the sovereignty that Earth lost. But as Earth regains her sovereignty, it is through you, it is through the family of light that can use this specific time to alter the events. You're breaking the chains off of Earth as you break the chains off of self in your own life. You're freeing your soul. You are freeing the soul in all the ways in which you have been bound to ideas and beliefs and habits and behaviors. You're breaking those off. So this is cycles. These are cycles that are changing, that you are completing. You are returning to a beginning, but the beginning that you are returning to is a natural and organic beginning that represents your divinity. This is a happy moment for you. Regaining control of your vessel, recognizing that this body is the most sacred thing in the cosmos. Not everybody gets one of these. Not everybody can operate one of these. Not everybody can be trusted. Fuck your track record. Don't look at what you've done. You were trusted to come here, even considering the shit that you've already been through. You were still trusted. Believe it or not, right? The enemy is going to suffer. This is the message from the ancestors. There is an awareness of ill will and jealousy. There's an awareness of envy. At some point, shattering your dreams was on the heart, the spirit, and the mission of somebody that stands as a Queen of Wands. This could be a two-faced workaholic, a drama queen who is malicious. Whatever the energy was, whatever the spiritual ritual, this is what you are starting to outgrow. This is the situation that you may have had to move through. This is maybe the outside force that felt like they could dominate the situation, right? And so when you were taking those steps and you couldn't quite get through, at some point, when you lost your sovereignty, you accepted a gesture. This is like, when the big bad wolf comes in and tells you their grandma, well, at some point you may have believed that someone was truly grandma. And so and the reality is that is the energy that put the cuffs on you and started a specific cycle. Well, that is the cycle that is breaking. So there was a time where you agreed to some type of gesture. You agreed to something. You could have joined a church. You could have joined something. You could have married someone, but you bound yourself to something and you lost your sovereignty. Maybe the rules were unspoken, but there was something about you needing to submit to a situation, and in accepting a gesture, you may have been hesitant or not sure what to do. You lost your sovereignty, but you lost your sovereignty because whoever offered the gesture was the enemy. And so this is the situation that you outgrew. This is what you had to shed, right? This is how you broke the handcuffs off. Whatever it is that you bound yourself to, you freed yourself from. But however it came into you, it had the residue of the enemy. Jealousy, envy, right? This energy, enemy, whatever it is, it knew that it wanted to shatter your dreams and bind you to a cycle in which, you were outside of your protection or outside of your fulfillment, or you couldn't contribute to the mission of light, right? You weren't a key player in being able to alter events. That is no more, right? But the ancestors are saying we are quite aware that that happened. All right, y'all. That was a big message, but I felt like I just had to say it. I just had to get it out in the way that I could get it out. And so if you feel that at a period of time your dreams were shattered, the confidence, the courage, the focus, the power is what will return to you. That is what the enemy wanted to snatch, right? It wanted to snatch the fire that burned in you so that it couldn't grow, so that it couldn't expand, right? That light. It always wants to suffocate and put out the light. I love y'all, and you are badass, right? And the handcuffs are off. Whether you know it or not, they're off. And so look for the little clues and universal God winks that show you and your mission are in fact protected. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.